Oh, we're back.
Back?
Mm-hmm.
There's Jen.
So the boys are. It's not working for them.
No, they're not. Their internet's not working either. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Having some
You back? Oh yeah, all
internet
good.
connections over here. The boys can't play their video games either. So
Oh,
Agents over
I
there
what do they
complaining.
play?
They play
Call of Duty.
They play Fortnite.
I don't know what they play. They
A
play
lot with Dante.
They play with Dante.
Oh.
They play with Dante. I mean, that's rare. That's like, they'll come ask me at like 9 o'clock at night, can we please play? Because that's kind of late for them. And I'm like, they're like, Dante's playing. I'm like, okay.
Dante's playing.
Only if Dante's playing.
Right.
But yeah.
That's funny.
What were we talking about?
Crying, emotion,
Crying.
Being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Hon, he's trying to look for a post.
No, I'm gonna go here next. So let's finish talking about this, and then I got.
Where were we
Oh, you were asking if I cry, and we were talking
Yes.
about the first time I cried.
Yeah.
That you saw me cry.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where we went after that.
Well, then we lost connection.
Oh, but now you cry regularly?
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
You're more emotional.
Yeah. I'm
emotional.
a little.
Kind of emotional.
I have a lot of. No, not with age. Not with age. I've always been this way. I've been in touch with a lot of things, and I have feelings for a lot of things and people, and very understanding and compassion, empathy to the point where even if it hurts me, you know what I mean, and that's not always.
Even if it hurts me.
Yeah, even if it hurts, because my family became an extension of me, so a lot of times I would take that on. So I took a lot on myself, which would leak over to my family. So, yeah, I do. I don't know. I do. But I also know that makes me me, and that's part of my whole creative side as well. Because of that, I'm able to connect, and I believe I'm able to write and express and do music the way I do because of that. So it's a it's a sacrifice, I guess. That's part of it. Comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of times that's how I hear music. I can see something, get in touch with it, and then I can put music to it. As weird as it sounds.
Likewise.
Yeah. So it's good to be able to go there. Like, you have to be able, it's like a form of vulnerability. Like, you have to be able to go somewhere to get it. You know what I mean? And if you don't open up, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get there. So it's like you have to, No,
but I didn't mean to cut you. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
I'm starting to talk your language. I can see.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No. I'm good.
So even with that, tying the music aspect into it. So the other day we were watching Versus with who was it? Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, right? And Jill Scott was talking about, they briefly kind of told how songs came about in between each record they played. And she was like, when I wrote this song, I remember when I came out the booth, I was just crying and I couldn't stop crying when after I recorded it. And I was sitting there thinking to myself as a musician, like, I've never cried like that writing a song, So then I began to think to myself, like, nah, I gotta go deeper. Like, it's more layers, because it's easy to stay on that surface level, but when you're telling me you came out the booth and you couldn't stop crying, like, while you're recording this record, you're going to a very deep and vulnerable place. And literally probably 6 days later, we were in the studio. we pulled up this sample. We began to work on it, and I bawled while I was writing this record. And I recorded it on my phone, and I was writing this record about Jen, and it's called California Dream. And I was like, I have never, ever cried like this while writing a record. But it took me seeing Jill Scott saying that to push myself to go further and go a little deeper into that pocket to where I'm like, nah, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to just keep it up here. And you got to go there. But
that's where the magic, that's where all the magic, and that's where all the good stuff is.
And that goes back to victory requires vulnerability. Yeah.
Look at me. Oh, Bree, you're too much.
I'm better now.
Better now.
Yep. Let me see. What are these comments? Music provokes a whole level.
I love how we're just all over the place, but it's great because
it's good.
Yeah, it is
but it all connects. It all connects.
Yeah,
it all connects. It's all therapy. It's all self-help and improvement and things. It's all good. It connects.
Yep. Yeah. So, on our first conversation, we were talking about raising the children, telling them whether they're black or white, or kind of going into those things with them, right? We were going back and forth about that. And so then did you all see the video of the white dad? He calls his white son in the room, and he has this computer screen, and it's like 4 pictures, and it's like white and black kids playing together, and he's asking his son, what does he see?
I don't think I saw that.
We'll have to send that to you. So
it's beautiful.
It's like a little black girl and a white boy, and then it's like 4 different, examples of that. And he's like, okay, so what do you see here? And he's just like, I just see 2 kids playing. And then he's like, well, what do you see here? And it's like, well, I just see 2 kids playing. And so he was basically showing how he teaches his kids more color, right?
Yes.
So then I started scrolling through the comments, and there was this comment here, and I said, let me screenshot this because I want to discuss this on the call. And someone said, but this is a problem because you don't see us and acknowledge our struggles. Fact is, we are different. We look different. Our cultures are different. We like different music, food, etc., and that is okay. We are different but equal. Not seeing our differences makes you dismiss our struggles. And so I was like, let me screenshot that and let's discuss that on here.
You're crazy.
No, and I'm not on the right or wrong. I'm just saying, let's talk about it. Because that was part of our conversation on episode 1. And then I had saw this through, over the next couple of days. And I was like, that's interesting.
Can you read that comment one more time for me, please?
Yes. It says, but this is a problem because you don't see us and acknowledge our struggles. Fact is, we are different. We look different. Our cultures are different. We like different music, food, etc., and that is okay. We are different, but equal. Not seeing our differences makes you dismiss our struggles.
I don't think we need to focus on.
No. Let's just talk. Okay. Let's talk about it.
I'm saying like that comment. I'm talking about that comment. Like, is talking about our struggles. Like, yes, see us as different. See our color, but also teach them that
someone said how old was the boy in the video? He may have been. You seen it? How old was he?
It looked like he was like 6.
Maybe like 6.
Yeah.
The one looking at the videos was 6.
Yes.
Like 6, 7.
Hold on. Matter of fact,
everyone's different, anyways. Like nobody lives the same. Like nobody likes the same exact food or the same exact music or the same exact anything. So that to me is like, I can't listen. Like to me, like I can't with that one because we're all different, regardless of like, we don't like the same stuff. You and I, Jen, probably don't like all the same stuff. Me and Joel, like, that's just, that comment doesn't sit well with me because we all like different things. I don't think it's being dismissive in seeing people's struggles and whatnot, because I feel strongly about just the human race, like Adrian made me proud the other day when he was like, no, we're all human, like I love that. I love that my son Adrian.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I love that at 9 years old, like it's the human race. He did not see any color. And I felt like I've done my job. Though I'm not, ignorant to it, today was about showing him, and we were very clear when we had this conversation with him about it, that this does affect, you may not see the color and you may not see black and white, and we may not be that way, but other people do. So because other people do, we're going out today and we're gonna make sure that people are aware of things. Do you know what I mean? So we're not ignorant to it. We just choose not to see any color. You look like you have a lot to say right now.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
I don't think that's dismissing what anybody's gone through. I don't dismiss what anybody's been through. Black, Jewish, Indian,
Right.
I've seen a lot of struggles. A lot of people have struggled, and I don't think it's dismissive. What do you think?
Me?
Oh boy, yeah.
No.
I think that's beautiful.
I agree
man.
I agree. Not with Oliver comment at all.
Right.
Not with all of it. They're the issue, and I don't remember it 100% exactly what the comment was. But I think the issue is there's categories. There's different lanes, there's different categories. And the truth is, like she said, we are different, but everybody's different. It's not just black people, it's everybody's different. All of us are different. And I could even flip it to the point where, I like bread. The group bread. I like Beatles. I like, you know what I mean? But some people might think that,
I don't like the Beatles.
you know what I mean? That's not black music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So now I'm not black. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. So it goes both ways. And why can't I just like music because I like music? Why can't I listen to a song and not care about if the person's black or white singing or any other race and just like the music?
Correct.
You know what I mean? So the video, which I have not seen, but you said it was somebody showing what do you see, and I see kids playing. That to me is the goal. That is the goal. That's how you want everybody to see the world, because now you're not seeing color, you're just seeing.
Right.
So that's my analogy is that's listening to music and not really knowing who the person's singing. That's listening to the music. I under the comment that was posted, which I don't know exactly 100% what she wrote, sounds like there's still hurt. There's frustration there, which is understandable. You know what I mean? But what was the word she used? It's not fair. This isn't fair. What was it? Sorry.
What did she say?
That's not right. This isn't fair.
Shit, it's gone.
He lost it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. No. Wait.
I'll agree with Taryll. Like for me, like that is the goal. The goal is to, raise our children. I can only speak for myself. To see a human race and not judge. I can't control other kids and I can't control anybody else, but they also are aware, like they will be aware of their culture and whatnot, and know.
But that's the beauty in life, though, that everybody's different. There's beauty in that. What the problem is that when you start treating other people, when you start treating the differences, and you have different levels and categories, that's where it becomes.
You start judging people for their differences and hating them for their differences, and that's where it becomes a problem. But I agree, like everyone's different, and that's the beautiful thing about all of us. It's when you start judging and hating because of it. And ultimately,
I mean, just talking about this, it makes me think about Trolls.
did you see that movie?
You saw
World
them?
Tour?
No.
Trolls World Tour? Okay, you don't have kids, but we were forced to see it.
But it's the same thing. It's
great
music.
because what it does,
Different kinds of music.
It takes music. You want it?
No, you got it. Go ahead.
It takes the different genres of music. And basically, was it metal? Metal music?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the queen of metal wanted everyone to listen to metal. And she wanted to destroy.
Take over.
She wanted to destroy all the other music that there was, whether it was classical, hip hop, jazz. She wanted to destroy all of the music.
Because it wasn't music.
Because it wasn't metal. Metal ruled. And throughout the movie, you see them, you know, trying to destroy it. But, you know, it takes, what's her name? Poppy, or the troll? Poppy, is it? And she brings it all together. And at the end, can I say the end?
No, don't ruin the ending. People
we all know the ending. We all know the ending. It's a kid movie. But basically, all music is beautiful.
Joel, we have to watch the movie.
All music is beautiful.
Look,
it all has
so
its
is
own
that so? Is that
message,
our
and it has its
assignment?
Write that down. That's
So
the
is
one
that
thing
the
to watch.
assignment? We need to watch Trolls and then we come
World
back.
Tour. We'll talk about it next week. No, but it was a really, for the kids, it was a really beautiful message because it basically tells you that, yeah, we're all different. We all like different stuff. And you know, it was interesting because all the trolls looked different. So like the reggae trolls had dreads and whatnot. Like they actually kind of what people think, you know, not necessarily what it should be, but what people think. But it made the kids see that everything's, you know, it's all love at the end of the day.
But it was also cool because in the end, it's like they all
came together.
That's what music is too.
They all came together and they all put in, you know, the hip hop. They said their thing. The rappers said their version. The classical, they did their violin, and they created this beautiful song together. And it was beautiful. And I think that's the end goal for all of us right now. What is so damn funny? I'm
laughing because I know when we got on this live, Joel was not thinking we were going to be talking about trolls.
No.
I took it there,
I have
Joel.
no expectations. Wherever it goes, it goes.
13 to trolls.
I took it there, Jola.
But
it
has meaning to it.
I know I get a lot of shit because I want to see the human race and all that, but I just really I don't want to change. You know, I have a perspective, I do, and I believe it wholeheartedly. Like, I will not judge people because of their color. I will not judge people because of what they like or I won't. And if I will continue to say it, it's not me being ignorant. I know what we've been through. I'm biracial. I've seen it firsthand, you know, like I've seen it with a little bit with Taryll. I've seen it with my you know, cousins. Like, I've seen racism. I'm not ignoring it. But if I can teach my children differently, then that's one step forward. You know, I can't control what someone else is teaching their kids, but it is stuff that this is definitely taught in the home. You know, Adrian has come home repeating things that his friends say. You know, it's not coming from a 9-year-old's mouth. The word that he's saying, the verbiage, that's coming from your parent. And if your parent's that ignorant, you know, you're being taught this in the home. So for me, like, it's so important for us to teach that there's a human race in our home. So that they go out into the world with that, seeing that, and that vision, knowing the history, though.
We need more people.
I got you,
like
Joel.
Bree.
Knowing the history.
Yeah,
and that was today. Today was knowing the history and knowing that although you see things your way, Adrian, there's other people that look at you differently, and you need to be aware.
Right, exactly. And that's what it is. It's just being aware, you know, it's about preparing them for the real for other people's choices and decisions that they make towards you and stuff like that. But I think, hold on, Jola wants to
I know I wasn't saying right now. I just have it pulled up. That's all.
And I hate that I have to teach them. I hate that they have to be taught this. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart that I have to tell them people are not going to like you because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you don't want to tell a kid that. But sadly, and that was a conversation we had when our kids were little. You know, I wanted to raise them a certain way with no color and all that. And Taryll said it's going to come. There'll be a time where they see it, you know?
So,
and now we're like really in it. Like we went from one extreme. Like it's
it like hit
extreme
us
right
in the
now.
face
And it
fast.
kills me that I have to have this conversation with my kids. I do not want my kids saying, my name is Bryce Jackson, I'm 12 years old and I'm not armed or will hurt you. Like that's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's disgusting and I hate it. But that's reality right now.
I think it's difficult because I think
it makes me cry.
Where you going, Brie? It's okay. We talked about crying.
It makes me cry. It does. I'm being vulnerable.
It's understood.
No, what I was gonna say is, as parents, I think obviously you want the best for your children or child, and as a father, of course, I'm going to do the best I can to help my kids, you know, and I'm sure that's what my father did, you know, to the best of their ability. And I think when you experience things, that's all you kind of know, you know what I mean? So you try to protect and you try to prevent your child from the pitfalls in life that you went through, right? Regardless of right or wrong, or, you know, you do the best you can. Now, it might not be right, but it's what I know. It's what I know. It may be wrong, but it's what I know, you know? So a lot of times, and I believe, I shouldn't say every, but I believe a lot of parents do this, but it's out of love. They try to teach their children, you know, from their experiences. So, you know, don't do this because if you do this, this might happen, or go that way, but this might happen. And it's hard not to do that because you don't want your child to go through the things you went through. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
However, in doing that, you're also putting a layer on them that is not there in the beginning. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really have a point. I'm just speaking because.
But that's what I didn't want to
and
do.
I'll back off of the race thing, and I'll go back to the Jackson thing. For me, it's like my experience being raised in this family and being part of this family, you know, I went through a lot of stuff, and it wasn't always easy stuff. You know, I got teased a lot. When there's people, you know, I got teased. I got picked on. I got singled out when I just wanted to blend in. I got singled out. You know, I remember at an all-star game, I don't know who I'm playing. This is an all-star game. So it's like our city versus their city, but you're on I pitch, so I'm on the pitcher's mound. All of a sudden I'm hearing Beat It and Thrill, like they're singing songs. Like, this is young. This is like Bryce's age, 10, 11, 12, you know? And that made me uncomfortable, you know? So I never really cared, not that I'm not proud of my family, but I didn't want to be known for that. I just wanted to be a regular kid.
Right.
But I wasn't. I didn't go out there and say, this is my uncle, this is my family. I didn't do that. But it was known already before I can even do anything. And I got teased a lot. And actually it was my mom that, like, step up above that, you know, like, don't let that rattle you as I was pitching, you know, and I used that to rise above it, and I tuned it out. I tuned out a lot of it. So knowing that experience with my son now that he's playing baseball, and it may not be the same thing, but knowing that, it's like I try to explain that. And he went through something, and we went through this where we were talking at school, because she didn't want me to have this conversation with I think Bryce, you know, about part of my family, because she didn't want me to put that on him, which I get, you know, but at the same time, I knew it was coming. At some point, and it came, you know, and it's hard to find that balance.
It came in a bullying form.
It came in a bullying form. So on one way, it was like, I looked at it, I was like, I told you, you know what I mean? Like, this was coming, you know, and we could have helped him with it. But on the other way, I just don't know what you're supposed to do with that. You know what I mean? Because one thing I hate about, I shouldn't say hate, hate's a strong word. One thing I dislike about being in this family is I don't really feel I'm able to be me.
So that's the question that somebody asked.
I don't.
Were you able to find personal identity
No.
outside of the Jackson name?
No.
That's a question probably for
No.
Jen too.
I don't know how Genevieve feels, but
What does that mean, Joel?
Were you able to find personal identity outside of the Jackson name? Can she hear now?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
Okay.
Is this? Are you asking
Are
Jen?
you asking me?
No, this is a question that
It was a question that
Boogie and Groove. I like that
somebody
name.
asked that.
Boogie and Groove. Were you able to find personal identity outside of the Jackson name?
Look at Austin.
My answer is no, and it's something that I'm. See, I don't know if that was put on me or if that's something. I'm sure it's a little mixture of both, but I'm not comfortable. Like I would. Not that I'm the greatest dancer, but like going to school dances, I never danced. I never went out there and danced.
Why?
Because then it was like do the moonwalk, do this, do that. Like I don't want to do all that.
He doesn't dance.
You know?
When we go out, like
Well,
your engagement
Because there's
party.
expectations.
Your engagement party, he wasn't dancing.
No, but you guys did go out. I was like, oh,
I did, yeah. And
Yeah.
I told you didn't I tell you this is a very rare moment?
Yeah.
Didn't I remember I said that?
I have to drag him out, but like he never
But
like
see,
it's been 14 years. I don't think he's in those 14 years. Maybe that was like one of the first few times.
So
maybe
here,
like a handful.
So
Wow.
here's where I'm gonna go with this. So because of that, because of me growing up and because of all of that put on me, now I'm in a situation where she wants to go on the dance floor and dance. And my past, my upbringings, I'm not comfortable with that. So
And that's
in a
because
way,
you're afraid of the way people were going to look at
it's
you?
just all eyes on me. Sorry, she's telling me I'm yelling, so I'm not yelling.
I know,
all
me
eyes
too.
on me. All eyes on me. And it could be not all eyes on me. That's just the way I feel. And maybe it is. Maybe it is all eyes on me.
It's an insecurity.
Maybe it is all eyes on me. Maybe it isn't, but that's how I feel. So when I go out there, I'm uncomfortable because I don't want all eyes on me. I just want to be able to do my little two-step and chill. Okay?
Because of that,
But because I don't feel comfortable in doing that, now you get somebody like this who's like,
on the dance floor.
you don't even dance with me. Like, why are you not dancing with me? Why this? Like, you can't even, I love to dance. Why aren't you dancing with me?
And that goes back to earlier what we were saying about
My elephant? Are you going to my
easy.
elephants?
No.
Huh?
Are you going to my elephants?
No.
Hell no.
But that's my elephant. My elephant
Right.
is I'm going around in the circle. And she's telling me, come dance.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But it hurt us because that's something I love to do and he wouldn't do it. So it's almost like a personal thing, you know? And
She took it that way.
I took it personal. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to dance with me. Is he embarrassed? Like, what is it?
Yeah. But
You
I
know?
was going to say it goes back to how one thing is easy for someone else.
Yes.
And one thing is not easy, for
Right.
the other person. And something as easy as dancing, that has a lot of trauma comes along with that, or PTSD basically.
But see, I would see people on the dance floor just dancing offbeat, off rhythm. I'm like, I dance better than that. Like,
right.
I'm not the greatest dancer, but I mean, how are they able to do that? But I can't. Like, they're not even on.
But you're here just
they're on a
like, you're not
different
even
beat,
going out
you know
yourself.
what I mean? So it's like, but they have that freedom, or they don't even care. They're just out there, and that's why I love to watch people dance.
Yeah,
Because they can just go out there and just, I don't care what I look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't care what I look like. And to them, they're probably killing it out there. You know? But for me, it's like, I'll go out there and it's like, who's watching me? And no one could be watching me.
I think that's a big difference between you and I. Like, you pay attention to the outside world and what people are thinking, or I'm like, I don't give up. I don't care.
But see,
I used to be that way, and I'm still getting out of that. And
Austin,
honestly, it took.
What do you say?
It's mental, Taryll. People will care as much as you let them.
What up, Austin? By the way, what's going on, Austin?
Augie.
Is there a way to have like 3 people in here? No.
I know. No, they don't
cool.
allow you to. I
do that.
I think they're gonna fix that.
Soon.
But I used to have the same issue, and I cared about so much of what people thought, and I just said, fuck it. Sorry. Like, I just said,
Yeah.
That's
Good.
but
I
that's
don't
your
care.
upbringing. That's your
I don't.
upbringing. And I'm gonna say,
It's a pressure, I think. I think a pressure.
it as an outsider coming into your family, like I felt that pressure because
Pressure
of not being able to be who I was and having to be careful of what I say or do because
Mhm.
I was told there were judgments all the time and I had to behave a certain way. And if I didn't behave a certain way, I'm the crazy one. Brianna's always the one that has something to say. Brianna always speaks up. If something's wrong within the family, I'm the first one to say something about it. And I'm always the crazy one for doing it. Don't you agree? Like there are things that have happened that I will argue. Like I remember having an issue with security once and it pissed me the hell off and I went off on security and he got upset with me, but I was like, you know what? It's not okay what just happened. It's not okay. And I'm not going to let them get away with it.
Austin said you just country.
I'm not country. Country, isn't that like, that's kind of like racist.
Oh, God.
What are you trying to say, Austin? I'm country.
No,
I would have preferred if you said ghetto.
Don't listen to him.
That's funny.
That all the time.
You can't say ghetto. You got to say country. What the hell?
But I think there's I don't even know the right words to say, but there's like it's an unwritten type of thing that you my hands.
No, you're just not. You keep getting out of this.
I think there's like I don't know. Maybe I put this on myself, but I don't think I did. I just think there's an unwritten type of. I don't know the word. I don't know what the word is.
Like an underlining?
No, not an underline. It's just a like.
Expectation.
Yeah, we are expected to act a certain way, but
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not the quiet. Me personally, like people are like, oh, well, the Jacksons are so quiet.
Yes.
I'm like, well, that's not me.
Yes.
Sorry,
there's a
I'm
lot of expectations, and then I also feel it's a thing of not being disrespectful and disappointing in a way. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. But it's
Austin, that's funny.
What was Austin saying?
Feel that way. Austin.
No, you know what, Austin? I'm gonna tell you. I hope this doesn't sound crazy. I hope this doesn't sound crazy. I would say from Austin on down, I think you guys are a little bit different than, even though we're the same generation.
We are actually, and I noticed that.
There's a cutoff, and I always use the victory tour as our line of separation. Even though we're the same generation, I use that. There's I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it, but
the younger ones are more vocal.
Yes, and it's like you guys are more. I don't know if free is the word to say it, but you guys are able like
to express
and
yourself
I'm almost
differently.
There's like a little bit of jealousy in that for me. Not that I'm jealous of you guys, but it's like, God, like I wish I could.
Like you wish that you had that.
Yes, I wish I wasn't. You guys are like grew up with a different thing. You know what I mean?
But that also comes from their parenting.
But maybe it's the time. Maybe it's the time of and experience.
But like Alejandra is very like she talks to her kids a lot. She's very open with them.
Why?
Austin is because of the weed.
Oh my God.
Oh, Austin.
Yes.
Austin's crazy.
He's so funny.
No, I honestly from like Austin, I think Austin's like the cutoff of all that. Like from Austin,
it goes from Austin.
Because you're younger than Austin, right, Jen?
Yeah, I'm younger than Austin.
Yeah. See, you, Austin, show all of you guys. You guys have a different. You guys have a different mindset. You guys have a different mindset, a different feel. Like you guys
don't.
And I'm not knocking you at all, but it's like you guys. I'm yelling again. I feel like you guys. I don't know even how to say it. It's probably you guys. Even though you saw it and experienced it, you heard about it more. Does that make sense?
I think we just.
Austin said you inspired me though, Taryll.
Oh.
Austin, what you doing over there, Austin? You okay, Austin? Thanks, Austin.
Austin got that
No,
Uncle
but you guys
Bob.
got like you guys have like a freedom thing, like this is what we want to do, and it's like,
I'll even say, like, just from my 2 cents, like, even when I got with Jen, right, I personally heard a lot of people telling her, like, don't leave, you better not leave LA, don't leave,
This is
like
family,
like don't
saying
leave.
you
Sure.
should
But she shouldn't leave. Yeah.
You know, and so I saw certain things that she had to go through to, you know, for her to jump and leap and start to fly on her own, you know, but I saw certain things that were said to her, you know, to where she could have let it, you know, hold her back and say, no, well, I'm not going to jump out the nest. I'm not going to move to Atlanta. I'm not going to go do my own thing. I'm going to stay here and kind of, you know, stay in my comfort zone, I guess you can say, you know, or somewhat of a comfort zone. For her, moving here was like a big thing. It was like the first big jump. Would you
yeah,
say?
it was. And I wanted to, you know, and I wanted to be an example for my brother. It's like, go do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stop living in that bubble. Like, get out of that.
Yeah.
Get out of that and stop getting involved in all that stuff. And
Yeah.
and that's what I wanted to show them. Like, it's okay. It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I think I don't know who was telling or saying those things. I don't think it came out of. I think it still came out of love.
For
No,
sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Also, there's like a part of fear in there.
Yes,
Like,
and that's what I was trying to say.
And that's what I'm
It's like,
saying.
it's that trying
taught.
to protect. It's trying to protect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. Maybe it's trying to protect you and trying to give you the best advice and all that,
No,
but it might not be what's needed.
Right.
So it's not always.
But now those people are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you left." I'm like, "Yes," because I followed my heart, like I knew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be out soon.
Yeah.
The mindset will crutch you
Yeah.
and stop you from seeing how amazing the world is. Yes, very true.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
yeah, I just
This conversation's going everywhere right
but it's
now.
good, but it's all connected. It's all connected.
For sure.
It's all connected.
For
you know?
sure.
But like even it's true. You just have to branch out a little bit sometimes, and you do have to step out of your comfort zone. You know?
The first time I ever left home though was when I went to New York. I think I was there for 4 months, and I was 21. My mom, she just sent me there. It was for my music, and I was staying with my cousin. My cousin.
To where?
Oh, yeah. To New York.
Okay.
I was staying with Kyla. Do you know Kyla?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was staying with Kyla, and then I was staying with a friend, Malika. And that's when the first time I realized, wow, like, not everyone is like our family. Not everyone, like, there's so many different personalities out there. I didn't realize how sheltered I was and how, like, my mind was. Like, I was like, I really need to get out of this. So I was going to Harlem literally every day. Every day. They sent me to Harlem every day. You know, and I learned so much, and it helped me grow. And that's when I realized, no, I need to get out there in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to go home really badly because, of course, home is home. But I was like, I need to get out there. And that's why now I'm here. And I feel like it's helped me grow so much, and it's helped me learn who I am as an individual.
Yes.
I needed to leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I keep telling you.
Tell me what? You keep telling me what?
You need to branch out.
What?
Not y'all's
fault. Raising a Jehovah's Witness family puts a blindfold on you. Yes, Augie.
Oh, look at Austin.
Look at
Austin. Austin.
Augie has a story because, you know, he was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and he's not one anymore. But that's like a whole different transformation. we
Yeah.
need to get into that. I wish there was three
I
ways.
know.
Yeah.
There's no way, huh? You can't add the only
No,
two?
only two.
Is he in LA? Are you in LA right now?
Yeah.
Austin?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Austin needs to come over.
Yes.
You need to
Hold
come
up.
over. And we can sit here, and then we can have you guys on the
Yeah,
other end.
it's there's a lot. It wasn't. It was a lot.
Yeah, let's not talk about the family, because that'll start a whole other conversation.
No. Yeah, we're not talking badly. It's
No,
just
it's
a way
not.
of
It's
growing
not.
up. You know what
It's
I mean?
just
And it's
Go ahead.
part of it. Like it's part of what our family went through and everything, and out of protection. And that's why we were raised like, oh no, like you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, like, and I feel like it was a lot of fear being taught to us. That's why a lot of us are held back, but it's not on purpose. It was like a form of protection, but at the same time, like, that's why I said I need to go so I could flourish.
And that's the I'm going back to my elephants. But that's the elephants, because it's like, if there was a school party, it's like you not that we would, but like don't drink, because we're all underage. Don't drink, and stay away from this, and blah blah blah. If your friends start doing that, you can't do this and you can't do that, and because if something happens, they're gonna flip it, and it's gonna be Michael Jackson's nephew, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So with that mindset, it was always stay away from that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Which was another layer of like the elephants. You know what I mean? And it was out of love, and I'm not saying it was the wrong thing to do. It's just that constant thing of not being able to break out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But that's why we have
I
to
didn't
break
really
the cycle and not teach it to our children. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Because, like, and I think that's with every generation in the family. They see something that they don't like, and they're like, you know what? We got to break that.
Yeah.
And so my kids won't go through what I went through, or like the experience that I had. You know what I mean? So, and that's with everyone. I feel like that happens all the time.
That's what I was saying. As a parent, as a father, you try to teach your child, and make them so they don't have to go through what you go through. And I know Bryce and Adrian gonna look at me and be like, I'm not doing it that way or that way, because that you know what I mean? but and I did that with my father. My father did it with his father, and it's like you're not gonna be perfect, you know what I mean? But we all love our children. We try the best we can, but yeah, it's the goal is to just let it be, but you have to let them live, but you also can't. It's hard because you want to protect. Yeah. And I think going back to the race thing and the color thing, it's like you're let them live, and I'm a little bit protect. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's our dynamic too.
And that's the balance.
I lived, and he was more protected.
Yeah.
I had to go out there and live life.
Yeah.
Figure things out,
But it's
when
interesting.
You're raised by a single mom, it's like,
But it's interesting. Sorry,
No,
I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were done.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish, because I don't want to cut you off.
Go for it.
You done?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's interesting because as much as she doesn't like to be protective, she's very protective of the boys, and she's like, almost seeing some areas I'm let them live, and she's protect, like for instance, Adrian and Bryce riding bikes, and Adrian learning for the first time, she's a mess. Like he's gonna fall, like he's going too fast, like he's going too far.
That's
she's
a personal thing.
So I'm like
that's a personal thing, because I had a really bad bike accident.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. That's your experience, and you're putting it on him. I'm like, let him fall, like, and Adrian falls, and he looks at me, he's like, I'm good. Yeah. No. I'm like, good, get right back up, and but that's what you got to do. And plus, I'm, I can go back to my childhood days and be like, oh, okay, he's riding a bike. I know what that feels like. He'll fall a couple times, he'll be all right, Yeah. But she's like, you know, you guys are riding too close. You guys are, she's got all of
I
these
think that's
things
like
on
a
them.
mother type
It's
of
it's
instinct,
it's
and
more
then
of a
like
mother's
you're,
instinct. I
and then
let them, like, I want them to try everything, do everything. Like Adrian the other day was talking about surfing. I'm like, yes, do it. Like try to, like, because I would never surf. Like hell no, I don't swim. So I'm like, do it, because I don't want to hold him back from stuff that I'm scared to do. So I'm like, let's do it. I'm getting you lessons. You're gonna surf. Like, you know, I want them. I push them to do stuff,
And
but
then you'll be a mess.
I am scared. And when he does go to surf lessons, I will not take him. Taryll will.
Yeah, because she'll be a mess.
I'll be a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that about myself.
Yeah.
But it's just more of the mom, like, protecting, you know?
It's that balance.
I don't want to see them hurt, but I also know it's going to happen, you know? Like, the girls, like, the first crush and, like, being denied.
yeah.
And, like,
Have they
know,
had
like,
any crushes?
Yeah.
Let me make sure the door's closed. Yeah, Bryce has started, you know, and we're real open. So like he can talk to me about anything and we'll talk about everything. But he shares with me, but it's really cute because sometimes he'll get embarrassed and be like, can I text you? And I'm like, yeah, you can text me. He'll text me and we'll sit there in the same bedroom on the bed together, but he'll be texting me what he's feeling and what he wants to say. Yeah, it's really cute. But I try to be, you know, I'm pretty open about everything. I'm like, I know you like a girl, it's fine, you know, and you know, I'm like, have you kissed her? And he's like, Mom, and he's like, no, and I'm like, I'm just asking. It's gonna
Stop
happen.
being so nosy.
I just want him to know it's okay. I know it's gonna happen. Like, if you need me, I'm here. Because other things are gonna come down the road.
When you ask those things, then they feel comfortable telling you when it does happen.
And when other things come down the road, I want him to come to me because I want to make sure he's, you know, educated.
But we got time.
Protected.
We need to have
and
time.
He knows what
consequences can be. Hey,
yeah, I was like,
12.
We got time.
Yeah, but things happen earlier
let's
nowadays.
Let's not push it along.
I'm not, but things happen. And he is young for his age when it comes to girls and stuff. He's not girl crazy at all. So, you know, but these girls are boy crazy and they're a little fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
the girls gotta watch out for.
So, but yeah, that's a whole.
That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. And look, I already know what you're thinking about, Bree. I already know what you're thinking about.
What?
I do. I know what you're thinking about. And again, it goes to the protect and the.
I will hurt somebody.
You know. But
that is my child. That is my baby.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a girl coming home? She's gonna be scared of me.
Bree.
A girl? No, like when he brings a girl home.
So what kind of mom are you gonna be like when he brings a girl home? Are you gonna be the who are you?
No,
are you gonna be like,
open.
I'm gonna tell you, I know exactly how Bree's gonna be.
I'll be open to it, but I'm probably gonna be the same way that I am with anybody. You know, I observe people. I'm an observer. I will observe and watch you.
I know you are. I thought you were probably a bitch when I met
totally.
you.
Everybody does. Everybody thinks.
No, I wasn't sure. And then when you started talking to me, I was like, oh no, she's nice. That's just how she is.
I observe. I watch and I see, and I can tell the type of person you are before we start talking. Like I need to see the kind of person you are, because I'm not gonna bother talking to you if I can see.
What is that?
What?
What is that?
What is what?
What is that?
Where does that come from?
Yeah, because you have a vibe. Let's talk about this vibe. Can we talk about the vibe for a little bit?
Let's talk about the vibe.
Why do you have that? What is that?
I trust people.
Why do you have that? Why do you
I not
hold
trust
on?
people?
Let me ask a question.
I'm sorry.
Why do you have this thing about you where it's so, like Genevieve said, she thought you were one way, and then when she talked to you, it changed. What is that element there? Where is that coming from?
I have no idea. Like, why do people think that? I don't know.
Have you ever looked deep into it? Like, have you ever like asked yourself how that, like, why you are that way? Like, have you ever like looked back at different situations, or you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't trust people.
So where does that come from? I don't know. Is this too
much
on live?
I love this,
like
Jen. Jen, you got this, Jen. Go for it, Jen. Go ahead, Bree.
Why don't I trust people? I think because I've just been let down.
Okay, well, can you remember the first time you ever been let down?
Okay, well, if you're my therapist would say it would be my parent, my father.
Okay. And do you remember that moment?
I remember a couple moments. I remember things like my dad would say that he's coming to pick me up, and I would wait by the windowsill all day, and he wouldn't show up.
Okay, I can relate.
You know, and it'd be like, okay. But when I was younger, at that age, 6, 7 years old, I was daddy's little girl. So no matter what he did, you know, he didn't pick me up that day. And the next day he didn't pick me up either. And then a week later he said he was going to come in and pick me up. I still like, that's still my daddy. Like, he could do no wrong. It wasn't until I was older and started realizing, like, God, that's fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
But I think that's what girls go, like a lot of kids go through.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean?
pissed.
Like, meaning like they don't realize certain things, you know, until
she's
they get
here.
older.
She's just.
Oh.
Bryce. He came in here. Hold on a sec. Because I told you, Bryce is 21. Bryce is ready to go on the next one. Okay, go ahead.
No, I think that's like what happens with children. You know, the parents can't do no wrong. Is like, oh, you know, because they don't truly understand.
You find
until they get
excuses.
older.
You find excuses.
Yes.
You make
and then when you get older, you look back and you're like, oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when, you know, when my dad was sick, it was like, okay, great. And it was my mom who was like, that's not okay. You know?
So have you ever like wanted to, okay, because for me, like, I know, like, I could, like, people do not see this side of me, only he does. I could be really hard, right? Like, even the way I talk to him, and it's not okay. And he's like, be nice, baby, be nice. But I could come off as a bitch. But a lot of people don't see that side. So you guys probably have never seen that. But I have seen that in you, Brianna. So, like, have you ever...
What? I'm sure. I know you have.
What are you doing, son? What do you need?
Why? What's wrong? Where are you at? Where you at? We're live.
We are live, Bubba.
Where are you at, sweets?
You want to say hi?
Hi, Bryce.
He's very... Brycey, it's not coming up.
Check
what were your levels?
right here.
What is it? Okay, so I'll give you some insulin.
All right, I'll give him some insulin. Then you can.
Austin said, "Ask Bree about Vegas."
Oh, Vegas? Oh hell! You want to know about Vegas?
No.
Austin, we're gonna keep that between us. Oh man, Vegas was fun. But I had to get a little tough in Vegas. You know what it is? Because people, I'll say a little bit about Vegas. I won't go into details because, you know. But people look at me sometimes and they think I'm this little quiet girl who's going to keep her mouth shut, and they're going to try to push me around and be nasty to me. And someone was nasty to me in Vegas, and it didn't go well because I'm not going to shut my mouth. And the person who was nasty to me was related to a very high-profile celebrity. And we were with your auntie.
I've heard this story.
Yeah, we were with your auntie Janet, and they thought they maybe had some power there, and they were very nasty to me, and I snapped right back. Because some people will look at me and be like, she's this little white girl who has no whatever, and she's not going to say or do anything. I can push her around, and I'm not that way. I will bite hard.
No, but that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I think she was in for a little surprise. Come here, Poppy. Go ahead. I'll take him out. I know you don't want him here.
Yeah, no, get him out of here.
Oh, what's his name?
No.
Okay.
He's not staying.
Okay.
Not staying.
No.
No, we talked about that today. That dog needs boundaries.
Austin said Bree was ready. Austin said ask Bree about Vegas, but we're not going to get into it.
I didn't get into the
Austin
whole
said
Oh,
Bree
yeah.
was ready.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's not. It was. Yeah, I was ready.
Yeah.
I'm always ready.
Yeah.
I'm always ready.
But
But that's me. Like I'm one to throw. I mean, I'll throw down for my family. I'll throw down. Like I speak up. I stand up, and when something's wrong, I'm right there to say it. And I'm proud of that about myself. Like I'm not going to change that. You know, like he's kind of had some issues with that because
yes.
you know.
And I'll ask you. Are you one to stand up for yourself, Genevieve?
Yes.
You are.
Yes. Absolutely.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
That's great. That's great. See,
But I was raised by my mom.
Yeah. She's very
right.
strong.
Yes.
And I think when you're raised by a very strong
but
Latin woman, as my mother, like you become that way.
I don't. I gotta look into this more about myself because I was raised by my mother as well.
A strong Latin woman.
She's strong Latin.
But I think it's because I don't know. My brothers don't really.
They don't. See,
no, and I'm the one that stands up, and I get tired, you know. But I feel like it could be. I don't know what it is.
Austin said, "Jen is nice, but don't take that for weakness."
Right. Do not. I'm ready too. So, but see, a lot of people don't know that because a lot of people, you know, it kind of takes a minute. Okay, keep pushing.
You got a threshold. You got a nice little threshold.
Yeah. Okay.
You get to a certain point, you're cool, and then, all right, now it's time.
Why did you say it was interesting to you,
Taryll? That she's able to. Because for me, I have issues with that in that category.
He has a hard time
speaking up for myself and standing up, and I think it goes back to my childhood. I think it goes back to getting to your place. Like for me, if someone does something wrong to me or does me bad or dirty or whatever, instead of me confronting the situation, I'll let them go and turn and go the other way and just won't do it.
I see that a lot.
See, I'm more in that space too.
It gets on my nerves.
Right?
But
I'm like, you need to speak up, and he says,
no. But you gotta pick and choose.
They know better.
Because I'm like this. I don't. When it comes to speak, it's like if I know you know better.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna stop you before you go because we got 2 minutes. Get off and get right back on.
Come right back in.
Because I know. Yeah. Let's stop. Okay. I don't want you to get interrupted. But so before you start, let's get back on. All right.
All right.